Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. And today we are previewing the UEFA Women's Champions League final that takes place this weekend. So it is FC Barcelona versus Lyon at the San Mamés Stadium on Saturday from Bilbao for the 2023-24 Women's Champions League trophy. So a look at how both teams got to the Champions League final. Barcelona finished top of their group, picking up 16 points on their way, and then managed to beat SK Braun in the quarterfinals before overcoming a 1-0 first defeat to Chelsea by beating them 2-0 in the second leg. Whilst Lyon, their route to the Champions League final this season saw them finish again like Barcelona, top of their group, picking up 14 points from their 6 games. They then played SL Benfica in the quarterfinals, winning 6-2 over the 2 games before beating Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals 5-3. If you remember back to that crazy first leg where they were losing 2-0 and they ended up winning by 3-2 in the end. So both teams have had a good season in the Champions League and once again are meeting in the final of this tournament. Obviously the last time these two sides met in the Champions League final was back in the 2021-2022 season, where Lyon won the game by 3-1. So Lyon will be hoping to have the same success this time, and obviously Barcelona will be looking out to get that revenge. A bit on this game and how I think it could go. I think it's going to be a really close battle. Obviously Barcelona not having to do the travel as much as Lyon, although travelling from France down to Spain isn't actually as long as a travel, but when you've got a team that are Spanish and you're travelling in the same country, it has that ease. You look at the players that Jonathan Heraudas has and you think, wow, this team is going to be such hard to beat. Obviously we know key players are going to be Kira Walsh, Aitana Bonmati, Salma Pariuela could be really big for them. Carolina Graham-Hansen, who's had an absolutely fantastic season up top, putting in the goals, she'll be really key for them. And obviously Barcelona have already wrapped up the league in Spain. They've wrapped up the Copa de la Reina last weekend with victory, so looking to finish Jonathan Heraudas' era on a high with the treble. Obviously he's heading over to the United States after this to manage the Washington Spirit, so they'll be hoping to end his time there at a high. And then obviously for Lyon, that last weekend they wrapped up the French league after they beat PSG, and obviously it's been heavily rumoured that Sonia Bonpasta will be leaving Lyon at the end of this and heading to Chelsea, with the BBC reporting that it will be after the final, so probably Sunday or Monday, that Bonpasta will be confirmed as the new Chelsea boss. So 2 head coaches coming into it as their final games in charge. And if we look at some players who will be big for Lyon throughout this game, the pace of Ellie Carpenter at the back will be really key. You look into that midfield and the likes of Daniela van der Donk, Lindsay Horan, Damaris Egarola, who will be playing in her home city of Bilbao. How big will that be for Damaris? It will be massive for her. You think she'll be able to cope with that. You look at the forward line, Kadiachu Gianni, Delphine Cascarina, who's been really big for Lyon in the knockout stages. Obviously Ada Hegerberg, we know what she's capable of doing. So it's going to be a really fierce competition. I'm expecting a close game on Saturday. I'm not too sure who I'd go for winners. On paper you could have 1,000,001 reasons why you think Barcelona could win, and then on the flip side you could have 1,000,001 reasons why you think Lyon will win this. And I think it'll be a really close battle between the two sides, and I think we're set up for an absolutely fantastic final to look forward to on Saturday at 5 PM United Kingdom time, so that is 6 PM over in Europe. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic final and I can't wait to see it. We'll have updates on our social media as the game is going on, so make sure you're following us over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, WF Talks. Make sure you're following us on Instagram as well, Women's Football Talk, all one word, for all the latest news and stories elsewhere, not just looking at the Champions League final but all the other stories happening in the world of women's football. We have a podcast out as well where we looked back at the final day of the WSL season, and we spoke a little on this Champions League final as well. So make sure you search Women's Football Talk on all podcast websites, and we'll have articles out looking ahead to this Champions League final on our Substack page. That's womensfootballtalk.substack.com. www.women'sfootball.com. And in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you never miss a video on our channel. And in the meantime, we'll see you soon.